Dave, day 18, I got some good news for you. You want to hear what it is?
Yeah.
Claudia, he emailed me.
Nice.
You know where he's at? You remember where we saw the stingrays and you could just walk right up to the beach? It was called Sail Cay, I think.
I know exactly where he's at.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
Oh, nice. That's a really nice place. It's kind of protected in there, too.
He said today I might be able to call him
He's on Anchor,
Wi-Fi.
right?
Yeah, and he's using his Starlink, so he should be good.
Nice.
So he's good. And then today I'm going to go back down in the engine room. I got to tackle this. Well, hopefully this weekend, and what we got to do up here. Seems like everything's working since we figured out that little ground problem that we were having, but all of that stuff in there seems to be working. So what we'll do is we'll remove the refrigerator over to power and the Starlink, only because the next few days I'm going to be working in there and we're going to have to shut that system down and then rebuild that system, if that makes sense.
That's our last big project.
It is our last big project for us. But today is our last, hopefully today is the last day in the engine room, because we'll get the parts. I got all my parts for the intercooler, not the intercooler, the main cooler right here.
For the generator.
Yeah, the exhaust elbow. We'll get that installed today. And I know you're not going to like this, but I got one more little bilge area I want to work on too.
What is that?
You know the other little problem area we have over there? The one that started everything for us? The starboard side and that corner over there?
Oh,
Yeah, I want to clean that out, vacuum it out, and then if I have to roll some paint in there, I will. I should do it. But day 18, I think we're closer, and I think the yacht's going to be in much, much better shape. You see out here, we have not got an update yet on the shaft, but the rudders are coming along nicely. They should be, I would say, I don't think they'll be done. It can't be done today because they're shipping the ram today, so we won't see that till Monday, Tuesday. So the steering should be done Monday, Tuesday, and then hopefully that shaft is done Wednesday, Thursday, and we're out of here, if that makes sense. I'm gonna start looking at the weather again. Back in the engine room, I'm going to do a little bit of painting down here and into this bilge right here. Seems like our two problem bilges. Then I just talked to Pete. We got a little issue on this bilge over here. That's the one that really started, that spooked me a little bit. So he's going to go in there, and you can see just a little bit of water in there. He's going to vacuum that out and see what's going on in there. And this morning, I'm going to start out with a little bit of paint in this bilge. Then we're going to pull this generator down right here and put the parts on it. So day 18, Chief, got back in the engine room. We've taken a break here for a couple days, but it's time to get back in here and finish this engine room once and for all.
Yeah.
It'll never be finished. There's always maintenance and there's always work to do down. Just talking to the yard, and the rudder push should be in today and ready to go. What we're concerned about is, can you get that shaft back in with the rudder post on? So he's got to look at that to make sure. Otherwise, he may have to hold off on putting that port rudder all the way back in. To change this cooler out, the first thing I have to do is drain the antifreeze. So I put a bucket back here, got my funnel, and I'm going to drain, there's a little petcock back here. I'm going to open it up and drain the antifreeze into the bucket. You can see the fluid draining, the antifreeze draining. There's, like I said, the little petcock. And I don't need to get it all out, just to the top of the cooler, or to the bottom of the cooler. All right, guys, so I pulled my clamps, and then we're going to pull this this is our old heat exchanger, and you can see, oops, I can see through a couple of them.
Are they pretty plugged up?
Yeah, they don't look horribly bad, and we can take this over to the Northern Lights guy, and he will flex this and check it and make sure if we can use this as a spare, or there could be a spare on the boat. And then the next thing I'm going to do right here is I'm pulling this exhaust, we're going to put this new stainless. So what we're looking for is no carbon buildup in here. So that's what I'm working on right now, is getting that off. I got one bolt left. That'll be off, and then we can put the new parts on.
Nice.
Tightening up these exhaust clamps. I got the new exhaust port put on, and now I just got to put these boots. I got to get a hose clamp for the end of this, and then we'll slide in the new heat exchanger. And I think that's it for the generator. I'm going to change the oil in it, change the fuel filter, and change the oil too, just so I know everything's 100% on this one. Got the one boot off, and now I'll pull the back boot off. And you could see that I had some impeller parts that were inside there from an old impeller. You can see them right here. Those are from an impeller from this right here. Chief, you're down there cleaning out underneath that cabinet right there.
Mucking.
And then if you want me to, I'll get some latex paint if we have to, and I'll clean it. But I just got some good news, Chief.
Talk to me, Gibbs. We won the lottery.
No, it's not that good.
Oh.
But what we did get is our shaft is not compromised, is the way it was worded to me. And they will be able to work with the shaft that we have.
Nice.
And it is bent, and they will straighten it out, and they will get it back to us. We're hoping Wednesday afternoon late.
Perfect.
That's the news we wanted to hear, because if we had to wait for another shaft, that could delay us another
It's
week.
definitely bent though, huh?
Yes, 100%.
Nice.
Yep.
Kind of thought it was because of that.
Anyway, great news this morning. I'm working on the generator. I got the exhaust elbow off. Now I just need to clear it from its hose, and then I can keep our new exhaust riser on it. That's a stainless steel. That's an upgrade that you should be doing on all of these generators once after you purchase. As I got the new heat exchanger in. I got the new boots on. I got all new hose clamps on everything. Next thing I'm gonna do is, I think we're gonna get a hose, Chief, and we're gonna start this thing up. I get some type of hose adapter, because I wanna warm it up and change the oil. And that'll make sure we don't have any leaks anywhere at the same time. I think a lot of people realize is, we got to kind of be our own independent nation, you know what I'm saying? Like this boat has to have its own water, its own fuel, its own extra parts, its own everything. Everything has got to be looked at, accounted for. We got to have backup for our backup, because we're going into not just pirate infested waters, but we're also going into countries where they just don't have the...
It's hard to get resources.
Yeah, it's really hard to get parts and stuff like that. So going through this generator with a fine-tooth comb, making sure I got a backup. I have a spare generator right next to it, so I have just about every part that I could possibly need, except cylinders and crank for that. But even like these engines, making sure we have everything that we need, like impellers and oil filters and fuel filters and everything that we need for the trip. So there's a lot to it. This ain't America's Great Loop where we're just going 50 miles, pull in, ask for some directions.
All open water.
It's all open water. It's 5-6 day runs. I would say our runs are anywhere from 3 days to probably 5 or 6 days of open water, all out, 24-hour day running. That lunch looks amazing. That cabinet looks amazing. Look, wow, you did a nice job in there. Really nice job. I don't know if you've noticed it or not. I think you're the one that told me in the shower there's a cockroach the size of a small bird, and I was like, I want to take him supper tonight. Have you seen him, right?
Oh yeah.
This thing is freaking huge. I want to get a saddle and ride him. I'm thinking about getting a leash and a collar and naming him or something. Put him on the boat.
Let's call him Buster.
Anyway, that thing is freaking huge. You've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's huge. So I got the antifreeze put in the generator. And then tomorrow, what I'm going to do is figure out how to make a little plug adapter here. And so that I can start this up, I want to warm the engine up. I want to make sure that everything looks okay in the coolant and my boots are on correctly. And then I'm going to check my impeller, and I want to change the oil in this. I just want to zero time it so that I know it's got a brand new fuel filter on it, brand new oil filter, and it's 100% serviced with all the new parts that I could possibly put on it for the entire trip. Let's see what the Chief is doing. Chief, I just put the antifreeze in the generator. Chief, your kitchen's all tore apart. Now you put some primer on, now you're putting some regular paint on the inside there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. It'll look nice. And put all this stuff away, and it'll take a couple days, but that'll dry and it'll look really, really nice, Chief. End of day 18, right? Yep. Yeah, and we got a lot done today. Got the generator. I actually fired it up for a second, but tomorrow we'll hook the hose up to it. I'm gonna let it run, change the oil in it, call that generator good, and then I might start. We came up with a decision to change the harmonic balancer in that port engine just because I don't want to take a chance. And I talked to a possible crew member today. We'll know more tomorrow morning about that. Not 100%, but he's young, he's retired, and he fits 90% of the bill. Does that make sense? So, and I think he'd make a good fit just by talking to him. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Anyway, guys, peace out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate it. And remember, live life with no regret. We do. And thanks again for watching. Bye.